Robbie, temperatures are warming up. I see you.
So hot.
This is a plug. You have created an Instagram. Actually, the secret's out. You didn't create the Instagram. You hijacked your other Instagram to create another Instagram. Then
Straight
you
up.
created another Instagram. Anyway, this is just to say you have two Instagrams.
Instagramception.
You have your personal, your family. You
Yeah.
post pictures of family and dogs and
Yeah.
your new
That's-
bedding
That's
and
pretty
backyard.
much my life.
But then you have a disc golf one because it's a passion of yours.
Yeah,
The whole
absolutely.
reason why I'm getting there is because it's stinking hot, and every day I see you jet out of the office, and then about 3 hours later I see on social media you
threw a disc.
throwing another.
Absolutely.
How do you stay cool?
I would say that I have these wonderful Nalgene's, and I fill up, for those of you who can't, you're listening, just listen to that Nalgene. And so I fill those up, and I drink 2 of them around.
Okay.
And so it's 64 ounces of water that I am chugging for a 2-hour period. But it's, thankfully, disc golf courses, a lot of woods, which
There you
is
go.
what frustrates most people. If you,
Which would mean
you-
shade.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you know you're a disc golfer when you ask this question, why are trees?
Yeah.
Like why are trees? Why, do they
Why are we
exist?
here? With the hot temperatures, it means summertime is here.
Summertime.
Man, one thing that I have heard so many times over the years, and I was in church that even did this, is we would stop our quote unquote regular programming to take
Absolutely.
a break in the summer. We also do it in December.
Yeah.
So, but here's a challenging thought: is why to not cancel
Yeah.
youth group this summer?
I think that there's a couple reasons that it might make sense to try to cancel.
Okay.
And I want
Convince
to
me.
cover those before we dive into why you shouldn't.
Okay.
Right. So if you're out there, there's a couple reasons you might cancel, and that would be first off trips. People take trips all the time, right?
Okay.
And so if people are going out on vacation, it's going to be really hard to have a consistent gathering if the Browns and the Thompsons and the McLarens and I'm just
You're
trying to
going
throw out random
Rasmussens.
names. The
Yeah.
Rasmussens are all out there, right? If they're not going to be there, if Maddie's not going to be a youth group,
Then why have youth
why
group?
are we even having youth group? And so I totally understand that. And so the vacations happen. I also understand that for some of you, especially our bivocational friends that are out there, the summer is a great time to take a break. And
Yeah.
so if that's what you're going for, then I think
And when you mean break for
break.
rejuvenation,
yeah,
okay, okay.
recharge, come back a new you in
Yeah.
the fall.
New
And
you.
so that's a valid reason that we could hear, and we aren't saying that any of those are bad reasons
Yeah.
to cancel.
Just ones that we've heard or
But
we've
we've
even
heard,
experienced.
yeah, exactly. But we do think that there are other reasons that could help inspire you to not cancel this summer.
In particular, this summer is unique in its nature, right? We are on the, we're still in the middle, I guess. I don't know, tail end, definitely not the beginning, but of COVID, right? COVID-19.
absolutely.
It's stolen a lot of things in our youth ministry, but we know youth ministry doesn't stop. And so with this, it is very unique. So maybe you don't want to cancel because so much was robbed or discombobulated for months ahead of time. So this summer might be a little different. You might want to continue meeting. You might want to continue those programming pieces. What I would say with this, that this summer is unique, is you have to cast a vision for it, right?
Yeah.
I like to say this all the time for me in my own head, is start with the end in mind, right? Somebody much smarter than me used the term reverse engineer. If you start with the end in mind, then you can reverse engineer it to find what it is that's your starting point, right?
Yeah.
And so because of that, if you know where you want to be at the end of summer as you go back to school in August, September, then what am I going to do here that's going to help me get to that point?
Absolutely.
So-
And it gives you that game plan.
Yeah.
The other thing is that what could we be communicating to our students if we decide to cancel for the summer?
Tell
What
me more about that.
message are we sending? And so this one's a little more philosophical, I think. But I once heard a student asked a leader, hey, do you do a quiet time on Sunday mornings? And the leader looked at them and very plainly said, if I went to a marriage conference, do you think I wouldn't talk to my spouse while we were at the conference?
Yeah, I'm trying to be funny,
Yeah.
but my top, because we're being sophisticated, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
actually just hit a home run.
philosophical,
But you just hit a home run
right?
with that.
Like,
That's crazy.
and so what we can send the message is, just because we go to church means that I don't have to really invest in necessarily my relation. Like, I don't have to connect with God that day.
Yeah, that's fair.
But when we decide to cancel youth ministry for the summer and we cancel all of our programming, I'm not saying that it necessarily communicates this, but it could communicate that, hey, during the summer, church is optional. You don't have to. You don't have to really connect or invest in your relationship with God during the summer because, like, we're all on vacation. You know, God's on vacation. He's up there chilling with Baal from Mount Carmel. You know, doing his thing, right? Like, that's a real deep throw for those of you who are trying to join me out in the OT. But maybe that's what we're communicating to our students.
Did you plan that?
Absolutely not.
That was impressive.
I pulled that straight out of the barrels of water, and so we could be communicating that to our students, but on a very real level, right? Yeah. We want to let our students know to remain intentional during the summer, and we show that when we show up.
Yeah. What I didn't hear you say was you're a heathen, you're horrible for doing it or not doing it. Just something to think through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Thanks for reading my mail on that one.
Absolutely.
Man, it was fun. Thanks for hanging. And thank you for hanging with us. You are the hero of the YM360 story. We are so thankful for the work that you do week in and week out, month after month, year after year in the trenches of student ministry. We are here to serve relationally right alongside of you as you invest intentionally into your students. If there's anything that we can do or any hassles we can crush for you, just let us know. We'll chat with you soon.